Good morning. As many of you know, I am an intensely unyielding advocate for fathers and fatherhood rights and involvement in their children's lives. With that being said, something that has been on my mind this morning, due to some things that I've seen in my own family, other people's families, is the question, what do we owe our children? And I hear so many parents talk about they don't owe their children anything. They brought them into this world to take them out, the usual cliches that we hear day in and day out. Well, that's a real question that we need to start asking ourselves. And I believe we start asking those questions before we have children. We will begin making wiser decisions when we do have children. When I became a dad, I had to make a decision. I did not want to become one of those guys who has children all over the country, multiple children with multiple women, not having the means, the capability to take care of them, the inability to be responsible or the unwillingness to be responsible for taking care of so many children. That was a big no. I had to make a decision to change my life. And it was something that I'm glad that I was able to do. And I'm not coming from the perspective of someone who's judgmental. I'm coming from the perspective of someone who's been there, done that. I am concerned about all of these children that we are bringing into the world and that we're not being responsible for. I am concerned when I see dads who have multiple children by multiple women and they're not taking care of those children, any of them. Or they say, well, I take care of my kids, but they're not. Or they're incapable. $10 a week is not going to do it. I am concerned when I see mothers who have children by multiple men and none of the men are involved in the lives of the children. And this is something that we have to begin to take responsibility for as men and women. We have to demonstrate the character and the integrity that is necessary to begin to break these chains off our families. We cannot continue these patterns. We have more children today, more families today who are reliant on government assistance, who are reliant on outside resources and support because of the choices that we are making. Again, I'm not coming from a judgmental standpoint. I'm stating the facts, the reality, the choices that we have to make because we owe our best to our children. We cannot give our best to our children if we are incapable of taking care of ourselves, if we are incapable of supporting ourselves, if we are incapable of providing for ourselves. We cannot provide the best for our children. Love is not going to put a roof over their head, clothes on their back, shoes on their feet. I'm not an advocate for abortion. As a matter of fact, I am 100% pro-life. And I'm pro-life because I believe that every life deserves a chance and an opportunity to do something special and unique. That life could become the person who discovers the cure for cancer or AIDS or other various diseases. Each human being is born with innate abilities, God-given abilities, to become something great. But it is up to us as parents to lead them and guide them and help them develop the character and the integrity and the ethic to become who they want to be in life. And so when we continue to have children, we continue to make this choice to bring children into these environments. We're telling our children that we are not concerned about their futures. We're telling them that we don't have the self-control to say no and to make better choices. And I'm concerned. I have worked with groups and with children, young men, kids, who are in environments where neither parent has the resources or the means to provide for them. And and so this is an issue that has been greatly on my mind because I see so many people who, young ladies who are celebrating every time they become pregnant by some guy who's not going to stick around, who's not going to be there for their child, and everyone goes online and they congratulate them and they give them high fives and pats on the back. But my question always goes to, what about the kid? What happens to this kid? If you can't support the first one, how are you going to support the second one? How are you going to do that? And if you haven't made any changes in your life, if you haven't made any choices, haven't gone to class, haven't gone to school, haven't acquired a better job, a better career, there's a reason why things were designed for there to be a mother and a father involved in the life and the welfare of their children. There's a reason why marriage was put in place. Marriage was put in place so that men and women could jointly provide for the lives of their children, to help guide them, develop their character, their integrity, their motivation, give them the drive, all of those things. That's what mothers and fathers do. Not just put a roof over their head, not just pay the bills, not just buy them shoes or nice clothes or name brand things, but to guide them into a productive future. And so I implore you, as a single father, as a single parent, to begin to make some wiser choices, wiser decisions. God has great things for you. He has a great design for your children. And I don't want to see the decisions that we're making negatively impact the lives of our children, which is what is happening more and more and more. I celebrate every life, but I'm also concerned about the future of our children. And this video may rub some people the wrong way. I know some people will be upset and they're saying, you're judging me. You shouldn't say that. Every life is special. And you're right, every life is special. But we have an opportunity to do better. If you go down that path, you know how difficult it is being a single parent. You know the struggles, the sacrifice that you have to make. Why go down that path again? Make a choice to do something different. You can do different. You can do better. You can be better. You can show your child a different way. This is the world that is cruel and difficult as it is. And I want every child to have an opportunity for greatness. Let us make wiser choices, wiser decisions. Let's ask God to help us to make wiser decisions, wiser choices. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about anybody. It's about those kids. It's about their future. We've had our chance, our shots. They deserve better. If you're not married, keep your pants up, keep your zipper up, keep your legs crossed. I know there's people out there that say, well, wear protection, but protection doesn't work all the time. It's not 100% guaranteed. God has so much more for you, and He has so much more for your children. Let's not short circuit that. Let's not continue making choices that are hurtful to them and hurtful to you. Get your education. Get married to the right person. You're a young lady, find a great young man. If you're a young man, find a great young lady that complements you, that you could work together to raise those children in an environment that will be productive, where you have the means and the resources to provide for those children, where you're not putting more children on government assistance, where you're not begging your friends, your family for finances and other help. We've got to do better, people. What do we owe our children? We owe them the best. And we're not giving them the best. We're not. I want you to spend some time to really think about that. What choices do I need to make to stop continuing to bring more children into this world where I'm not in a position to take care of them? What do I need to do? Abortion's not an option. You got to get that in. Too many people use abortion as a means of birth control. People hate to say that, but it's the truth. There are many people who I've known who use abortion as a means of birth control. Abortion is not an option. It can destroy your body, and the psychological impact I've seen it have on so many individuals is incalculable. So that's not an option. So that means I need to make some choices, better choices about who I'm going to spend my time with, what I'm going to do with my life, the person I choose to be with. We owe it to our children. We owe them a future. We don't owe them more pain. We don't owe them more suffering. We don't owe them more struggle. I am so blessed to be a dad. But I had to make a choice. And my choice was I want to provide my son with the best opportunity possible. I did not want to become one of those guys you see on the news. Kids all over the place, not taking care of them. That's a bunch of mess. One of those moms, 10 kids, 5 different dads. It was never meant to be that way. It's not right. It's not right for your kid. I know you're saying, well, that's your truth. No, there is truth and there is a lie. And the lie says that you have to exist that way. You don't have to exist that way. You can do better. You can show your kids better. You can show them better. I can show them better. We all can do that. We have the chance to do that. So this is just was on my mind today, and I hope that you would take the time to consider that. I love all children. I adore kids. I think they're the greatest blessing from God. I want to see our kids do well. I don't care whether they're black, white, yellow, green, polka dot, blue, blue dyes, whatever. I don't care what they look like. I want to see them all do well. I want to see them all succeed in life. But the choices that we're making as adults is having a dramatically painful and destructive impact on them and their abilities to make the best choices for their lives. And I want to see the best for them. We owe them our best. So the next time someone says to you, I don't owe my kids anything, you tell them, no, I owe my kid the best. And I'm going to do my best so they can have the best. God bless you. I love you. Let's make a difference. Let's make a change. Things don't have to stay the same. We don't have to keep raising our kids on welfare, government assistance, begging, eating foot to mouth, struggling day in and day out. Let's do better. Let's do better.